have one of the best jobs in the world because I get to work with people who are fun, funny, energetic, creative, and insightful. And they happen to be 14 to 18 years of age. And so if you came to visit my class on a typical day, you would see some kids working through the computer tutorials. You would very likely see some kids working on some website activities online. It's very possible you would see some kids in a corner of the room with headphones on watching a video related to the unit, writing out answers to questions that accompany the video. I'm sure would see students doing laboratory activities. You would probably notice some kids tending to their ongoing science fair projects. And I know for sure you would probably find a group of kids off in another corner around an educational game designed to teach them about some biological concept related to the unit. And you would likely see some kids doing some hands-on, minds-on simulations, learning about some other biological phenomena. I know you would see some kids off in a corner filling out what are called reflection sheets that are designed to get them to think about their learning, self-evaluate their efforts, take past knowledge and connect it to new knowledge. And there's one other activity on the menu that a lot of kids really enjoy. It's called arts and entertainment. It's on the menu in every unit. And this is where the students take any concept they've learned in the unit and at home develop some kind of a project presentation and then present it to the rest of the class on the last day of the unit. Arts and entertainment. Has to be non-traditional. It's only limited by their imagination. So they can come in and perform a song, a skit, present a movie, present a model that they've built, poetry, any non-traditional way of demonstrating their knowledge of something they've learned in the unit. This method of teaching, for me, I have found, 37 years experience, is not only effective, but it's fun because it allows me to sit down with small groups of students while I'm team teaching with that fleet of 10 computers. It gives me the opportunity to sit down with a group of 2, 3, or 4, or 5 kids and respond to questions that they initiate. It allows me the opportunity to listen to their thinking. And teachers, when you do this, if you do this, the whole situation creates somewhat of a teacher paradox. Because by removing yourself from front and center, you seem to become less important. But paradoxically, in reality, you become more important. Because when working as a guide on the side, you're freed up to use the most powerful teaching techniques I have ever run across in 37 years. I'm talking about 2 loves. First, the teacher's love for the subject and passion for the subject. And secondly, the teacher's genuine love for the kids. First, let's talk about the passion. You know what I remember about 3rd grade? I remember Jenny on the bus. I'm not kidding. 3rd grade. No, the thing I remember most about the classroom in 3rd grade is I remember our teacher every day after lunch would read to us for 10 to 15 minutes. She would read to us Tom Sawyer. What an adventure. Oh, we had black and white TV, we had cartoons on TV, but this was different. It was obvious to us that Miss Hershey loved reading and she was passionate about reading to us. Tom Sawyer, what an adventure. At the end of the 10-minute reading period, I couldn't wait until the next day to find out what would happen to Tom and his friends. I don't know if Miss Hershey realized it or not. I should have written her a letter a long time ago. She inspired me to be a reader. But you see, she wasn't saddled with state-mandated standards and state-mandated high-stakes standardized testing. And so she was free to teach and inspire. So teachers, an airtight lesson plan is important. A well-organized, consistent discipline plan is important. Effective use of technology is important. The standards are important, but please don't let them stifle your creativity. All these things are important. But what the kids are going to remember most of all is you. Don't forget that 6th C, caring. That is the most effective, most powerful, most inspiring way of teaching. Getting their attention, motivating them, inspiring them. What they're going to remember most is that you look them in the eye and ask them about their extracurricular activities and their part-time jobs. What they're going to remember most is that you just asked them in the hall how they were doing. What they're going to remember most is that you worked really hard in the first couple weeks of school to learn their names in the first couple days. What they're going to remember most is that you went to their athletic events and their concerts. What they're going to remember most is that you led the class in loud, off-key choruses of Happy Birthday. What they're going to remember most is that when they made the newspaper, you put their newspaper clippings up on the wall in the classroom, and you told them to autograph them. And you told them to do that so that someday when their autographs were worth lots of money, it would fund your retirement. What they're going to remember is that you were transparent and that you were real and that you had the ability to laugh at yourself and laugh with them. Because the greatest of these is love.